Good morning, Jeremiah.
Good afternoon, Doobie.
We are live today from the Magic Kingdom, as you can see, not only at the bottom, but smack there in the middle of your screen for our walk and talk. It's been a little bit since we've been to the Magic Kingdom, so we are thrilled to be back. Just a reminder, we're live here today. So if you have any questions, any comments, any things you'd like us to see, anything you'd like Jeremiah to do, just put them in the comments. We will happily put them on screen and do our very, very best to accommodate you. How is the weather out there today, Jeremiah?
The weather is a little frightful, but I hope that there is a fire that is so delightful.
By the way, that is Jeremiah in the Magic Kingdom talking to you. My name is Doobie, 3,000 miles away, and LPHQ number 4 talking to you on the other end. Here we go.
Today it is about, I know that it was about 60 when I was driving in.
Wow, that's cold.
We have a character crossover going ahead of us, so they're actually holding everybody in the tunnel.
I was very confused. So we started our view, though, on the train station, which it kind of looked right and kind of looked wrong. What's going on there?
So as most loyal Laughing Place viewers, readers, listeners know, the Walt Disney World Railroad has been down for about 6 years, 7 years. Is it going on now?
Yeah, I think so.
It's been down for, I want to say, about a year and a half now for the construction of Tron Light Cycle / Run. And with the shutdown, that got extended because we were actually hoping to have Tron open, next summer. But as of now, we don't know when. But one of the things that has been going on is the train had to be shut down and the tracks were removed due to the construction of the actual canopy and everything, which we'll walk by and see. So what has been going on is with the train down, they've had to replace all the tracks because it's, tracks without a train on it for a year and a half or however long we're going on now causes some problems. So along the route, they've been replacing the tracks, and while the train is still down, they figure, hey, why not just refurbish the train station? So this station is down. Of course, the train station in Fantasyland isn't that old, so it doesn't need a major refurbishment. But this one does look like it is getting the full magical touch.
Now let's take a quick look at the train station, if we can, of the train station from this side before we watch the cavalcade. Cool.
Yep, nothing up there yet, but I was here just a few days ago, and that front portion hadn't been put up in place yet. So they're doing it. I'm guessing they want it all done by the Christmas parade. That's the big thing on the 25th, watching the Christmas parade live here from the Magic Kingdom.
Yes, that is key.
So I have been watching the Christmas parades of past, which you can find on YouTube. And I believe the one I just watched was 98. May have been actually earlier than that. This float has been part of the parade for that long. But they do need to turn the volume just a little bit on it. It's too low. I can't hear it. But I can smell it. Gingerbread. You know those scenes in the movie where they say, if you want to volunteer, step forward?
Yes.
And everybody steps back?
Yes.
I am the furthest person out, so if one of these rogue gingerbread decided to go charging at somebody, I would be that person. This float also has been part of this parade for well over 2 decades.
Wow.
We've got to make this a scrumptious Christmas time.
Of course, it wasn't. I want to say that was the Santa's mail float at one time that I remember, where they'd be sorting all the giant bags of mail.
You know what's nice, Jeremiah?
What?
To see a park at Christmas time with all this Christmas decor, and people are not dressed like it's the middle of summer.
I know. I actually do have a sweatshirt on right now.
It's pretty cool. The weather there is what, frightful? You said that already.
Yes, yeah, it's a little frightful.
So it's kind of cool to see people dressed for winter, although I have seen some shorts and tank tops. But for the most part, people are dressed for Florida winter at least.
Yeah, well, a lot of the people that are on vacation right now are very confused because yesterday the weather was, I want to say it was over 80 degrees at one point, and then today it drops back down to 60.
So when you get here around Center Street, I'd like you to turn around. I'd like to see the Christmas tree from a distance.
From a distance, that's all I'll sing about. Hey, standing right in the middle of Main Street, USA, causing strollers to have to move around me, people to duck, and
That is such a glorious sight. You know what the quintessential Disneyland site is?
the pumpkin at
No.
Christmas Tree Point.
No. It's just on your right. Someone selling balloons, holding the big thing of balloons in the middle of the street. That to me says Disneyland or Disney World. Is the Magic Kingdom the only parks where they do that?
Sell the balloons?
Like a guy in the middle of the street holding a bunch of balloons. Do they do that in any of the other parks?
They do it at Disney's Hollywood Studios,
Okay.
but it is not as prominent. You know, those will usually be on Hollywood Boulevard or in the whatever we're calling the center of Disney's Hollywood Studios area now.
Oh, the hat?
Yeah. Okay, anybody who's watching or listening. Oh wait, no, we're not gonna put it up for a vote. We're gonna head towards one of the main reasons why we're here today.
What's that? Oh, just the suspense. The suspense.
Wow. Good thing they did open this. Tomorrowland Terrace opens today. Well,
The noodle
opened.
station?
You're going old school.
Oh, they changed the name? I wasn't even sure they did.
Yes, it is now just Tomorrowland Terrace again. Which always confuses me, because Tomorrowland Terrace should have a stage that rises from the middle. And
Yes. The zipper's playing. Or
we
Magic
hear about
Cabaret.
loving them churros, yes.
It's barely in Tomorrowland, too. It's kind of like a cusp terrace, a borderline terrace.
So later on, we'll have some photos of this area. I will try to get a view of the menu so you can see how much this menu fits for Tomorrowland. Nope, you can't really see it. But the menu here, you know, futuristic Tomorrowland.
Okay, halt right there before you keep talking. Just stop right there. And turn around and face where you just walked from. Where the ramp area. Scan all the way. So this is mobile ordering, of course, right? What are the people there waiting for? Just their food to be ready?
One side is the people on the right are definitely waiting for their food to be ready. Oh no, the people on the right are waiting for their order number to be called. The people that are on the left, on the dots, numbers have been called. They just have to wait to go up for it.
Okay. And then they walk up, go back to the left. They go through,
They walk up to the window.
Confirm with the person who's monitoring, get their food, and then they choose a seat?
Correct.
Awesome.
They do also have this one register open for guests who prefer not to mobile order, or some of the international guests that don't have the ability for the mobile ordering.
Okay.
So you can walk up and purchase those. That's why the menu is above that. But the suspense is probably killing our viewers of what's the menu?
What is the menu?
Did you enjoy Columbia Harbour House?
Yes, I did.
Then you'll enjoy Tomorrowland Terrace Harbour House.
Oh, wow. That is quite interesting.
I
Not even hiding it.
I went looking earlier today for the mobile ordering, and I was like, okay, so what's the options? Is it the burgers? What's it going to be? And then I was like, shrimp, fish, chicken.
That
Wait,
is- I'd like to say hi to Dylan for saying hi to us. Love that avatar. And we have an actual question from Matthew Hopkins with a wonderful holiday avatar. Is Sunny Eclipse performing at Tomorrowland Terrace these days?
he
Or
is.
not Tomorrowland Terrace,
Yeah, Cosmic Rays.
but yes. He is doing his thing there still?
He is. We'll try to swing by that area and see if we can at least look in through a door.
That would be nice. I haven't seen him in a long time.
That's one of the things that and I don't remember the viewer's name that just popped that question up. If you do happen to go onto our Laughing Place YouTube channel, we have the entire Sunny Eclipse show. It is just a photo, but it is the entire source audio of a show. The full
Wow.
show, the full, I think it's 40 minutes or so. So it's something that is one of those hidden things that if you search around our YouTube, you'll find things that are specific like that just to us.
Very cool. Tracy says, I think she's leaving out the word wall. Never knew where the purple wall was. Did we just pass? We just passed that, right?
We did, and this became the orange wall. Yes, that was where the purple wall is in between Tomorrowland Terrace and Tomorrowland. This is where a Stitch encounter was. There's my shadow as it disappears. There's 6 more weeks of winter, folks. I saw it. This was where the turnstile and queue and everything was for alien encounter / Stitch encounter / Stitch photo area. They took everything out except for that one little box there.
Jeffrey has a question. Is that queue over in Monsters? Is that for Buzz Lightyear?
That is the extended Buzz Lightyear queue, because sadly Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor has not reopened as of yet.
Are they aware that they're just seeing a walk around and not actually meeting Chris Evans?
I could interview somebody, but that
We
would
don't have
be
one. We don't have one of those long microphones that reporters have to use these days. So
I mean, I could ask one of the cast members.
no, don't do that. What's up,
Headlines:
Nate?
do guests know that they're not seeing Chris Evans on Buzz Lightyear attraction?
I feel, you know how you go to Pirates now and there's Johnny Depp? I sense that like in 7 years, you'll go do a Buzz Lightyear attraction like the one you're passing, and they'll replace the voice with Chris Evans.
So wait, they're going to replace the voice of the voice actor that's doing Tim Allen with probably a voice actor that's doing Chris Evans?
Excellent point, but yes, that is what I'm implying.
Hey, to put a little plug, if you want to know more about this attraction and its origins in the 1964-65 New York World's Fair, head to our YouTube channel, Theme Park History 101, last night's episode. We dive into that. We don't dig a little deeper, we dived into it.
Are those people actually waiting to go on Carousel of Progress? It's open?
They are, and the line, this queue right here is actually for Carousel, and I've seen it go all the way back to the stage, but the guests that are over in that area are waiting. It's probably about 3 or 4 cycles before guests can get in.
And that's legit. That's not just trying to get some air conditioning, because they don't need that today.
Nope. This line over here is for the Astro Orbiter. I really just had the biggest problem trying to remember the name of that. I ran through everything from here and Disneyland. Let's go see Santa Stitch.
I love Santa Stitch. That is one of my favorite versions of Santa and Stitch.
Of course, he is up on the stage, remaining socially distant from everybody.
Is there any audio here?
No. I know it's very weird. Just no music. The music is playing near the Astro Orbiter, but there's nothing in this area. Oh, wait for it. Doobie, I normally don't do this, but can you please look at what that last notification was about the Sleeping Beauty Castle in Paris undergoing refurbishment?
Sure. I did not see that notification, so let me work on it.
Looks like all the People Mover cars are out right now. Wow.
But I do know Paris is doing a big announcement this morning, and the Sleeping Beauty Castle is going under refurbishment, as you said. But they are using scrims so that you can still get your pictures taken.
That'll be weird, having the Walt Disney World train station in the center of Disneyland Paris.
Okay, so it's undergoing its first major refurbishment in January. They've been preparing for 2 years, and more sparkling than ever, so no indication that any major changes or anything, just sprucing it up.
Okay, good. That was my main concern. That castle is just so amazing.
I long to see that castle. I've never been to Disneyland Paris. So there you can see the People Mover is not running, unfortunately.
No, but all the cars are out, which is the first I've seen of this since the reopening. In the distance, you can kind of see pieces of Tron Light Cycle Run. I was walking up to see if I could get a better view. Doesn't work that way.
Turn Ward around.
That's how I feel.
Have you been here at night, Jeremiah? Of course you have, since the fireworks have been going.
The smattering? Yes.
It's a beautiful shot. I'm sure when you're there, it's like, oh, it's over. But when you get the picture at just the right time, it's so beautiful.
I believe it was last night they were actually doing some more fireworks testing around the Magic Kingdom. So,
I believe they were. In fact, Gergo was asking about that. You didn't see it, though, right?
No, it was after park hours. And at that point, unless you're staying at one of the hotels, it's not something that you could actually have a view of.
Yes, more testing. Oh, and the biggest news that came out yesterday, in my opinion, is the return of the
water pageant?
Yes, it has an actual name, the electrical water pageant.
Yes.
I am very happy to see that happening.
Yes, hopefully on Sunday I will be free and be able to come and see it, because that is that's where the Electric Light Parade originated from, and it was a Walt Disney World original in 1971. So
bring 2 cameras. I would love to have a live stream of that along with a good one to put on YouTube. Or bring a film.
We will figure that out. Or I could run from one hotel to the next.
Yeah.
Something I've done before.
So here in front of us, we have Star Trader. Mickey. No, not Mickey Star Traders, just Star Traders.
Correct. We are looking at the holiday merchandise, which is 30% off currently.
Wow.
I know. Things... you and I have both seen sales happen on different items. Holiday stuff, dated stuff usually happens after Christmas.
Yeah.
In that week leading up to New Year's. But before I go any further, I have to say this is probably one of the cutest mugs I've ever seen.
That's if you like Stitch Brains.
Come on, look at how cute it is. And it probably holds like 3 ounces of fluid. But yeah, I've never seen a sale go
regarding the discounts. I think some things to keep in mind, obviously, the economy. lower attendance in the park, so fewer people actually there to purchase it. And they have to order this stuff way, way out. So I'm guessing they placed orders for a typical holiday season, and because of circumstances, they did not get typical numbers and got to figure out a way to get rid of it.
Exactly. I mean, we saw when the parks reopened, a few of the lines that had launched just prior to the shutdown, they'd marked it 30% off pretty much right away because of that. Being closed for 3-ish months, that was definitely a problem. And then, like you said, the low attendance cuts back on everybody that needs those random mouse ears.
A lot of this park merchandise is now available on Shop Disney. Do you know if the Shop Disney has the same discount?
I know that they did. I don't know what is available anymore on there, but most of the stuff that was on sale that would pop up would be on sale there.
Wonderful.
But one of the unique things about being in the park or the resorts around the parks, if you're an annual pass holder, Disney Vacation Club member, Disney Chase Visa card holder, cast member, you got those discounts on top of the 30% or 70% as we're seeing for the 2020 merchandise. The discount now is 20%.
Ah. So we are now passing on the left, Snow White's, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
With the line, it looks like it reaches all the way back to the Mermaid area. And then, of course, we're heading into Storybook Circus. Was Gideon a huge Dumbo fan? I don't think I've ever heard that story.
He was back in the day. Obviously, he's a little older now. He really loved the playground, which is, of course, closed now. But we would just go just so we could play in the Dumbo playground. And that was also the best playground for parents because they have bleachers and air conditioning.
Yes. I can remember when that was created, and it was, that was the test of, hey, it's a virtual queue. Here's your pager. Go enjoy it, and then you'll get paged when it comes time. I don't know how long that pager concept actually lasted. I know I did it probably 2 times, and then it just kind of got to the point where, like, there's not enough wait because we have dueling Dumbos here. So the capacity that used to be 45 minutes is now 20 minutes. Oh yeah, back here.
Oh, Margaret is saying online, no discount. Yeah, there's no annual pass for discount online, unfortunately.
No.
You're correct, Margaret. All the more reason to go to Disney World.
Well, especially if you have an annual pass.
On your left is the Casey Jr.'s Splash and Soak Station.
Yes, Soak and Splash.
I forgot the name all of a sudden.
But it is much like that wet park down the road. It is dry now.
And you are so very welcome, Margaret.
So it looks like, sadly, I won't be able to venture down as far as I normally do.
Oh, bummer, but look at that building.
Holy macanoly. The line for Barnstormer starts in the Fantasyland train station. This is where I'm having a mental breakdown of I could go in the line, but I'd be in the line. Yeah, I'll do it anyway. So this is not a norm. This is actually the first time I've seen this. But one of the things for those of you who've not joined us for walk and talks, one, where have you been? But normally for the Barnstormer, it is just the normal queue. This queue is, wow, very complex.
We're in the train station queue now, which is actually the Barnstormer queue. And with the goal of getting a better view of Tron.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2020 at Walt Disney World.
But that is a nice view there of no train tracks. Pretty much all the way down that way.
So you said that if trains don't use a track, the tracks deteriorate more than if trains do use the track?
Yeah, because the wear and tear, tracks get hot and cold because they're steel, and if they stay just one temperature, it doesn't help them. That's something that I heard many, many years ago when I was working on the railroad all my live long day. No, but that is something that I have heard from train people that if you don't use the train tracks, they have to be replaced.
That
And
is
that's one of the things that the trains haven't been on them much longer than anticipated. So, and really, it was just up to that point there where
right.
the
Answer this
train wasn't.
question. It is a bit chilly, right?
It is a tad bit chilly. We're 60s ish.
And now let's look at this. It's been a while since we've seen this view. You're going to have to come back and make sure you get pictures too, Jeremiah, because this is amazing. Truly amazing. So this is Tron Light Cycle / Run, currently under construction. Originally scheduled to open next year, but now we're unsure. Is that accurate?
Correct. I don't think they've made an official announcement. Well, actually, I don't know if they even ever said officially for 2021.
You're right.
I know the announcement was for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary, but
So as
that
people,
could have been.
I'm going to put up some quick concept art so they can see kind of what's in the works there.
Yeah,
And
that last loop of the track would be pretty much right dead center of our screen right now from the other side.
So does the train come towards us here or away from us here? Or
It would come towards
left to right or right to left?
Well, see, that's one of the problems with the difference between here and Shanghai. Shanghai, I was just so distracted by the ride overall. But if I remember correctly, you come out and then you would go up and then down and into the building up there.
Okay.
But again, my memory of the Shanghai attraction and what we currently are looking at are two very separate things, separated by many years, like 3.
Give a quick shout out to my buddy Milkshake. How you doing, Milkshake? And Donna, thanks so much for checking us out today. Always love to hear you're watching LP. Thank you for the video you sent me the other day. That was amazing.
Okay, I think I'm going to turn around and head out of here for now.
We're not riding Barnstormer?
No.
Oh, man.
As much as I enjoy a good 90-second coaster, this is about a 30-minute wait. And if I had the ability to finish our walk and talk before I could get on this coaster, that would be good.
Well, that was a beautiful video.
Nope, looks like they were just about to take down the rope.
Beautiful view of Tron. Thanks very much. We have a question out there from Geo. Are they loading every row in Seven Dwarfs and Barnstormer and other MK coasters? He's heard they are at Everest and Aerosmith.
Everest, yes. Aerosmith, yes, because they have higher backs. This one's a little tricky over here.
Don't let him out. Don't let him out.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Because of the higher backs, yes, I actually rode Everest just the other day, and it is strange to sit down in a coaster and have somebody right beside you. It's also like that in Men in Black.
Behind you. Right behind you. Not beside you.
Beside you also. I mean, I was there with somebody, so.
Okay, that's different. I just want to be clear here. They're not single rider loading one row.
No. But Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is still one party per. So I rode that yesterday by myself.
And Barnstormer and Mine Train.
Barnstormer is every other row. Mine Train, I want to say, is also every other row. Yeah, because it's 2 rows per mine car. So they can skip one row and have the correct space.
So Aerosmith and Everest aren't because they plexiglass or anything. It's just because they have the high backs anyway. So they're taking it.
Yeah, they don't encourage you to scream in your heart, but it is.
Which they do in Shanghai, right?
I think it was Shanghai or Tokyo. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yes, the mine car just flew past, and it is every other row per party, which also leads to why this line is still going around the mountain.
This is a humongous line. Socially distanced, reduced capacity, but a humongous line.
Yeah, I mean, considering the way it used to be, this is still
And also no fast pass. So this
correct.
fast pass makes the line a longer line, take less space. This is all no fast pass.
65 minutes.
Not that bad actually for Mine Train.
Ooh, an update on Cars Route 66 road trip.
Stop watching your Slack. We're live.
Sorry. It's times like these where I'm just like, oh, look, information.
As you walk, let's look to the right a bit just to see more than just the road. Here we have, the beautiful building. One of my favorite attraction buildings, I think.
Yeah, they did amazing with Prince Eric.
It's such a good representation of what's in the movie. Really well done.
No, that queue is amazing. I am a little sad, well, not really, that I wasn't able to get out here on Mickey's birthday for the hidden Mickey that appears at noon on Mickey's birthday every year.
All right. Is that a true thing?
Yes. They designed it so at noon the sun hits a specific area once a year on Mickey's birthday, which I don't know how that actually works out with leap years and everything.
That's why I'm doubting this. I mean, maybe it happens on Mickey's birthday and every other day.
No, because it'd have to be a specific spot.
All right. I think we need to do an investigative report on this.
Well, I was there a couple of years ago on Mickey's birthday, and if I have to choose one of those days where I never wanted to repeat going on an attraction, it was that day.
Seriously, everyone was doing it?
Everyone was in the queue. I mean, today with the social distancing, it would be very interesting to see how that worked. But it was just everybody gathered around the one spot.
And then right at the right time, they turned on the projection that made people think it was a shadow.
Yeah, there were so many people taking selfies, and nobody was moving. They were just sitting there watching. And it was like, that's great. I just want a picture. I mean, I think I posted pictures on our Twitter, all those many moons ago, and the ears are kind of half off the body.
I still don't buy this. We missed Gaston. I wanted to pan right as we passed Gaston, but...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, man. That's okay.
But we will walk around the carousel and see the other reason we are here today.
Have you had any good eats recently? In the parks?
I just had the Endorian chicken fried tip-yip yesterday.
I mean, that's wonderful. I'm happy to hear that. Like holiday eats.
No. I'm not quite Mike where I can't eat anything. Usually when I'm in the parks, I'm hyper focused on getting the stuff that we need done and enjoying what I can. But right now, the parks have been, I don't want to say a wee bit busy, but really busy.
What did you think of your Jabba the Hutt zipper?
It is really cool. 30 minutes for the carousel. 30 minutes for the carousel, ladies and
gentlemen. That is a long way. What do they do on the carousel? Can we see how it's loaded? Do they skip horsies, or do they skip front and back too?
There is one empty row, and then there's a family, but the 3 rows behind that are full. It does look like, the cast member is redirecting, I guess. So, it looks like every other row is empty. Yes.
And I assume you can't sit beside someone that's not in your party either.
Correct.
Interesting. I wonder if they manually load it or they just inform people. Like, this is one of the few attractions where it's just go, as opposed to having an assigned place to go. So how do they handle that now?
Yeah, that is strange. And also that party that is taking their kids on and off the horse is about to cause the attraction to be shut down and stop, just like that. Okay.
So there is our lesson for the day. Do not remove your child from the horse during the ride.
Yes. So here we are heading into Fantasyland, and
Is PhilharMagic open? How's the PhilharMagic line look?
PhilharMagic is open. It is heading back towards the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique area, but it's not as bad as we saw it the last time where it was back by the castle.
Gio thinks that they have assigned, they have done a way to assign the horsies on Carousel. So thank you for that, Gio. He was recently in Walt Disney World. He's our unofficial helper, I'll put it that way.
Yes. That's something I will work on exploring next time I'm in the park. I will take a ride on the carousel because I can honestly say it's been years.
Right.
So It's a Small World has removed part of its scrim to expose this beautiful new facade that looks very much like the old facade.
Can you pan right so we can see scrim and facade side by side?
Scrim and facade side by side.
Looks pretty though, nice and bright.
No, it looks really nice. I mean, I still wish that they would. Well, I guess we're at least 7 years away from hopefully some type of update to the facade because this is all completely redone.
Someday they're going to refurb one of these small worlds and put the Tower of the Four Winds in front, and the fans are just going to go goo-goo.
Speaking of Towers of the Four Winds and It's a Small World, if you happen to go on Theme Park History 101 last night, we focused on that attraction because that was also part of the. We're not going to walk down that way.
You like that setup for you, Jeremiah?
That was very nice. Over here is the bathroom where we talked about this not too long ago on Dig a Little Deeper. Was that 3 weeks ago?
Something like that. It was a bit ago. So, by the way, Theme Park History 101, that's Jeremiah's weekly show on Wednesdays where he delves into the history of theme parks, not just Disney. Right now they're doing a World's Fair series. So it's live on Wednesdays, 5:30 Pacific time, if you want to be a part of it, or you can just watch it on YouTube after the fact.
Please watch it on YouTube after the fact. We're going to be dark for the next 2 weeks for the holidays. Here's another interesting use of the queue. The Peter Pan queue is now going through Columbia Harbour House.
Like into it?
Like into it.
Well, one of the challenges Disney has faced during this time is no fast pass, social distancing, reduced capacity. Where do we put the people waiting for an attraction? And it's been an interesting thing to watch them try to figure out how to turn spaces that have never been queues into queues.
Yeah. That one is probably the most unique. I mean, the train station one was very ingenious, but using a closed restaurant for a queue.
Make sure you get a pic of that later for the Twitter, and maybe we'll do a quick one on that. That is an interesting thing.
There's an excellent view of the drained river.
Very shallow.
I don't know the exact depth of this river. I know people walk on it, and when, compared to where the boat dock is and everything, it's still 5 or 6 feet.
So this is the Haunted Mansion queue on your right, which they use the riverboat. Are they using the riverboat landing for queue space right now?
They are not yet, but that is always one of those. I mean, I've been in that space when all of a sudden they start directing guests into it. So it was very strange for me. I'm like, I'm not in this queue. I'm just here. And
Gio has a great idea. The river is drained. They can use it for queue area. I love that idea. Wait a minute.
So,
I love that idea.
so here is something I'm very happy to see. The Harper's Mill has scaffolding up around it, so it does look like that is getting some love.
Very good. Very good. Man, Jeremiah comes here, does the walk and talk, then he has to walk it all again to get pictures.
I know. It's definitely how I've lost weight during all of this. This is normally one of my favorite places to stand to watch fireworks.
This is a really good shot without the water.
Yeah.
Just hint for both me and the site, but that's such an interesting shot.
Yep, Harper's Mill. And, one of the things that I've talked about every time we walked past here was the rock work in front of it had been cracked and broken, and they removed that. It looks like with that much scaffolding, they're doing some heavy lifting work over there.
I was hoping we might get a cavalcade, but it seems pretty quiet. See what happens when I turn on YouTube and forget to mute it.
I think what I may be doing up here, Doobie, is we'll walk towards this. We'll say hi up here to Shaker and Wendell,
Yeah.
and then kind of circle around towards Pirates and then sign off so we can get some of these photos that we need and a fun experience for all of our readers, not just our few lucky viewers that enjoy this.
Hey, Wendell, or Terrence, or both. I was going to see if you could go on the treehouse today. It's not hot.
We'll work on that next time.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. Everybody's waving to us. Right there. That is a beautiful view. The clouds and the walkway and everybody wearing jackets.
Oh, a new couple. I don't know if they're a new couple, but a new married couple.
Hey, you never know. Maybe they were on that Married at First Sight show. You never know.
You're giving away too much about yourself, Jeremiah.
Oh, no. Trust me. I only know about all those shows because, I like to be informed of the things that I mock to people.
Mm-hmm. Is the fry card open?
It seems like the window's open, but it is definitely not open. All of these people are standing here, and by these people, I do mean Mandalorians, waiting for their mobile from Pecos bill.
Is that still a relaxation station on your right?
It is.
So that's an area where you can go take your mask off for a while. Do all the parks have both an indoor and an outdoor relaxation station?
I believe so. I was just running through the ones in my head. Yeah, which is very nice.
Makes sense, so you can get the air conditioning, but some people would rather not be unmasked indoors at all, so they still have an option as well.
Mm-hmm. No, that is all very interesting, how Disney took into consideration all of these different challenges they may have. This is the line for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wow.
Yeah, instead of having it head down towards Jungle Cruise, they moved it this way. But it loops back.
Oh, Amy has a great question. What are the park hours these days?
Tonight, Magic Kingdom closes, I believe it was at 8 o'clock.
Is that pretty typical?
It is. On the weekdays, I know the weekends, they've extended some. And then looking at New Year's, Magic Kingdom is open until 11 p.m. And Epcot will be open until 10 p.m. but there are no fireworks or New Year's Eve celebrations, though we may be having a New Year's Eve celebration right here on Laughing Place.
We definitely will be. But yes, all of the parks close early on New Year's Eve. Disney Springs closes at 11. No encouragement to spend your New Year's, to ring in the new year at Disney.
Wait, if we're celebrating New Year's Eve, does that mean I need to celebrate in... Oh, I can't park hop.
No, the next day you can, right? When does
Yeah.
the start?
January 1st. I was like, hey, that's great. I could do that in this park and then that. Nope.
Nope.
Jingle Cruise is still going on and still very popular.
Of course, it's the Jingle Cruise. The special holiday overlay for the Jungle Cruise that caught everyone by surprise at the Magic Kingdom this year.
Yep. We showed up. I think I was here the day before and there was nothing. And then that morning I happened to walk in and be one of the first people on the Jingle Cruise that day.
Where they celebrate Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights.
You should be a skipper there, Doobie. Okay, I think what we're going to do is head around and we will wrap up.
Please do the treehouse.
I will attempt to do the treehouse. If something should happen all of a suddenly and we disappear.
If there's a queue, you don't have to do it.
There is no queue. This is all Jungle Cruise.
Jingle Cruise.
Jingle Cruise. But right now, I do wish that I'd taken my sweatshirt off already. Excuse
Hover
me.
ward. You can hover ward and take it off. All right, so we are now going on the Swift Family Treehouse. I often ask Jeremiah to do this. For once, it's not burning up in Florida, so he's actually going to do it. I'm very excited.
Oh, wow. They actually have the water wheel going and the pulley system.
See, this is why you have to do these things. A reminder to socially distance as you walk through the treehouse. And up we go. How many steps, Jeremiah? Do you know?
I do not. I used to remember the number for Disneyland, but this one is a bit different. I do have guests in front of me, so
116 stairs. To be honest, I don't know if that's only up. No, that's up. That's up. So awesome. Nice view. And a tree trunk.
Oh. Thank you.
Hi, guys. And for those that aren't aware, the Swiss Family Treehouse is the Disney Adendron Semperflorinus grandis. That is the type of tree it is.
Remember in Disneyland when the water used to run in the little sink there?
No, I don't actually. That's cool. I have an honest question.
Yes, sir.
Is Swiss Family, is that the name of the family, the Swiss family, or are they from Switzerland?
They're from Switzerland.
Okay. Do we know their names?
Off the top of my head, I do not. That may be a CEO question.
What was the name of the movie?
Swiss Family Are with the Treehouse?
Oh, maybe they were the Robinsons. Nice view of Tron from up here. You're going to have to come back and get that picture.
There are very few times where I feel completely stupid. That would be one of them right there.
Me too. Me too. Oh, okay. Are you able to flip around without losing? Because someone really wants to know what Jeremiah looks like. She's enjoying this stream. It's her first time, and she wants to know who's doing the talking. Notice she didn't ask what I look like. There's our intrepid reporter, Jeremiah.
Wearing his Dr. Pepper shirt and his 2020 sweatshirt. And... Okay, now I'm going to put it back on something much much prettier than myself.
We all appreciate. Yes, Gio, it is the Robinson family, as evidenced by the movie title, Swiss Family Robins.
I enjoy Robinson. Oh,
I'm so glad you did this. I love going through here.
here's the boys' rooms. Fritz, Ernest, and France. And they were small. Like those Swiss family people.
And I was just kidding, Margaret. We're actually not set up to put me on camera, so I will not be showing myself.
But if you tune in every Tuesday or Saturday to Disney Trivia Live, you can definitely see the great
Yes.
Dubai in all his wonder. And
Yeah.
he can tell you to ring the bell. Belly, belly.
Lovely view of Adventureland up here. So is that the lower area where the Jingle Cruise is?
It is. And then there's the Enchanted Tiki Room, the Aladdin Magic Carpet, and the Bazaar.
Tranquil water in the background. This is so relaxing, other than the 116 steps.
I will definitely say today was much more cooler than the last time I did it. There's ship's log.
Gio points out that all the furniture you see in the Swiss Family Treehouse is from IKEA. That's not true.
I was going to make a meatball joke, but I decided not to. Look, it's our kitchen. But I don't see Mrs. Potts and Chip anywhere. Oh, see, the water's running out of that one.
Running water. Very cool.
And that water does look like, well, I don't know if it's actually running from it or if it's just from it. Second.
You okay?
Just a sneeze.
Okay. Our ratings are about to go way up.
There goes the camera. Just we're Blair Witching it here all of a sudden. The pipe work does look like it runs from the front of the tree where they had the water pulley system, but I don't know if it actually is running from there. That's something I would have to investigate on my own at some point with my much higher zoom camera.
Popcorn or churros? Swiss Family or Tarzan's Treehouse?
Swiss Family always.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that tour. Go back again, get that great view of the Tron construction. And you can come back down the same way. You don't have to follow. Are you done, Jeremiah?
I am. Wow, they're bringing the queue for Jingle Cruise down into the queue for the Treehouse.
They should run the queue through the Treehouse.
I know. That would be... their numbers would definitely go through the roof at that point.
That would be hilarious. I'm a little tepid on the Treehouse. I'd be like, I can't do that. I can do the ride I'm waiting for, but I can't do the Treehouse. It's scary.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Jeremiah. It's been a blast today. You were really good. Just a reminder that we're live a lot, but not the rest of today.
I was like, we don't have anything else today.
So just make sure you subscribe, ring the bell. That way you know when we do. Thank you so much, Margaret, for checking us out for the first time. Make sure you like us on Laughing Place because we do this a lot on Facebook. So, and I think that's about it. Wave goodbye, Jeremiah.
Goodbye, Jeremiah.